Okay, now we need to talk about factors. In this section, we're going to be talking all about what a factor is and how to find them. Now, actually, we've already talked about factors once before. When we were studying multiplication, we talked about some terminology for multiplication problems. And if you'll remember, we had a problem very similar to this where we said 5 times 3 equals 15. And we said that this 15 represents the product or the answer in a multiplication product, in a multiplication problem rather. And the two things that are being multiplied together are what we call factors. So the 5 here is a factor and the 3 is also a factor. Okay, so factors, remember, are things that are being multiplied together to get a product. That's extremely important. Now, when we write out all the factors of a number, that's called the factorization of that number. So let's do some practice. Here we have the number 8, and we want to write out the factorization of it, or all of the factors. This says find all the factors of each number. Okay, the best way to approach this is, your first inclination probably is just to start writing out things that you know, two things that multiply together to get 8. But there has to be some sort of a systematic approach to it, because otherwise you'll miss some of the factors. Now this one is not too bad because there are not too many, but we always start with 1. Say, okay, 1 times 8 would give us 8, and then move up by 1 digit each time. So our next one would be 2. Is 2 a factor of 8? Yes, because 2 times 4 is 8. And then continue to move up. So the next digit would be 3. Is 3 a factor of 8? Well, no, because 3 times something is not 8. The next digit would be 4, but we already have that. So once we go down, our left side here, when we start getting back to a number that we already have listed on the right hand side, we're done. And this is all of the factors of 8. Let's practice some more of those and see if we can get the idea. All right, here's one that has a few more factors. So this one is 48. So we're always going to start with 1. So 1 times 48 is 48. Now what about 2? Is 2 times something 48? Well, yes it is. 2 times 24 would be 48. Now what about 3? Is 3 a factor of 48? Well, yes it is. And remember, we can tell really quickly by reviewing those divisibility tests that we talked about before. 8 plus 4 would be 12. So since 12 is divisible by 3, 48 is divisible by 3. So actually this would be 3 times 16. Then we keep moving up. Is 4 a factor of 48? Well, yes it is. If you need to, you could do the division. 4 times 12 is 48. Next would be 5. Is 5 a factor of 48? No, because in order to be a multiple of 5, it has to end in a 5 or a 0. So next would be 6. Is 6 times something 48? Yes. 6 times 8 is 48. Now what about 7? 7 times something 48? No. So the next thing would be 8. And now we're starting right back up again on our right hand side, so we are done. Let's do another one pretty quickly here. This one is 84, so we think that this has a lot more factors. So again, we're going to start with 1. 1 times 84, and then 2. Well, 2 times 42 is 84. We can go to 3. 3 times 28 is 84. And then we go to 4. 4 times 21 is 84. And then we go to 5. 5 will not go into 84. What about 6? 6 times 14 is 84. Then we go to 7. 7 times 12 is 84. And then we go to 8. But 8 will not divide into 84 evenly. What about 9? 9 won't divide in there evenly. What about 10? 10 won't divide in evenly. What about 11? 11 won't go in evenly. And now we're back to 12, which starts back up the right hand side of our list, so we're done. Over here with this 7, the only factors of 7 are 1 times 7, and that's it.